Hi, alchemists. We've reached the full moon phase of our lunar cycle. And what happens at full moon, if you can use your imagination to picture the relationship of the sun and the moon and the earth, is that we're halfway through the cycle of the current cycle that begins at new moon when the moon and sun come together. And then in 2 weeks, the moon is opposite the sun. So at the moment of full moon, the moon is exactly 180 degrees in astrology. We say in an opposition, 180 degrees from the sun. And so what the moon is doing is shining on us directly the full illumination of what we are learning and receiving this month. An opposition is a complementary pairing. It doesn't mean negativity, which is sometimes assumed. An opposition is complementary in the same way that opposite colors on the color wheel are called complementary. The opposition is polar opposites that complement each other and bring to realization new understandings of the seed core momentum of this month and what it means to you in your personal life. So full moon is always the full moon phase, the 3.5 days following full moon, is always an opportunity to receive new insights and new realizations. What happens is we move from the first half of the month, which is super personal and more internal, into the second half of the month, which is about seeing things objectively through our experiences and through our relationships and sharing with others what we're learning. So the energy that I work with, the numerology or the geometry that I work with full moon is the number 6. And if we think of the key numbers of 1 through 9 or 1 through 10 as tree of life, the ace is the moment of inspiration and realization of the new impulse when the sun and moon come together. And then every following phase of the 8 phases releases a new signature of growth and development. So 6 is the full moon phase, the geometry of 6, and 6 is a hexagon. And what's interesting about 6 is it's the number of structure of the universe. So I have here a diagram of flower of life, if you're familiar with this image. If you're not, just soak in the beauty and the harmony. Because the truth is that in the third dimension, the flower of life expands into all of the grids that create the universe. And it is, if you connected the lines through this beautiful figure, you would end up with a series of equilateral triangles. And when those equilateral triangles come into form, they become the grids or the template on which all form is created. And some people even intuit this figure either in 3D as it appears as a flower, or sometimes people see triangular grids when they're having an intuitive experience. If that happens to you, you're really seeing the grids. So 6 is the number of structure. It's the number of ultimate, it's the template upon which 3D form is built. So this is what's activated right now at full moon, is a new understanding of the underlying structure of what you're learning and what you're experiencing. And you may have very personal realizations, and you may have huge big picture visions, or both during this time. And that's because the full moon is illuminating those qualities for you. So the general experience of full moon is to see things clearly, to see things objectively, to get new realizations of meaning in your circumstances and new connections in your relationships. And it's a great time to ask for those realizations. What I really feel at new moon and full moon is the opportunity to receive. So at new moon is the opportunity to receive a new impulse and a new inner seed. At full moon is the opportunity to receive new illumination and new understanding. So you can ask for that and know that it will happen and unfold over the coming 2 weeks. So I'd like to just show you quickly the tarot cards associated with the full moon, and these are the 4 sixes. The sixes, each of the sixes, because 6 is the number of structure. Each of the 6s represents a quality of harmony and realization within each of these elements. So the 6 of Wands, called victory, represents a structure and alignment within your willpower and energy system, and confidence and courage. 6 of Cups, pleasure, represents a quality of emotional coherence. 6 of Swords, called science, represents mental order and structure. And 6 of Discs, success, represents an experience of physical order and form in a concrete way in your life. I'd like to say a little bit about these 2 cards because to me these are really key at this point of the month for helping to work and play and experience these cards at any point in time when they appear. The principle of the 6 of Swords, science, is the higher mind of science that understands and sees the order and experiences the order. So it's a quality of your mind coming into alignment and experiencing the natural harmony, which is why I showed this image of flower and life. I call this the sacred geometry card. It's an awareness of the underlying grids and the way in which everything is aligned. So it's mind coming in to harmony and trust with the natural order of things. And then 6 of Discs, success, is a card of blessing. It can either be an experience of concrete form through a vision of potential of something that is in the process of manifesting, or it can be an actual experience of receiving a blessing in your life. So know that right now there's a way in which you have the opportunity to receive this quality of success and blessing in your life through the activation of your own mind and your body to receive new insights and new clarity and new understandings. So have fun with the full moon, celebrate the full moon. It's traditional to celebrate full moon with others. Full moon fire is a time of celebrating the fire of life and the beauty of life and the light of life. And so this is a time to communicate and extend and reach out and celebrate the light in your life and the light you see in those around you, and have a really great full moon.